Hi guys, it's your girl MC Niecy Love from Openn Radio. That's open with two N's. That means double the dose, baby. Right now we have a very special guest, content creator, director, producer, Danielle Meggoe in the building.
Thank you for having me, sis.
Of course, why not? Okay, so how are you feeling today?
Girl, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little tired. It's only Wednesday.
It's the
Other
middle
than
of
that,
the
I'm super happy and excited to be on the show.
I'm happy to have you. It's the middle of the week, okay? And we had that kickstart. Come Monday, we know all the things that we have to do. It's the middle of the week. We feeling it a little bit, but then we just gotta push through and get through
Gotta
the
keep
rest of it.
pushing. You right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Danielle, the reason that you're on Open Radio's platform today is this to discuss your short film that you produced and directed, Nella, right?
Yes. That's the name of the film, girl. I did everything on this film, like from how you make your food from scratch. I know you know.
Yeah,
Because I know, say baby again.
baby. Yeah,
No,
baby.
I'm talking about Louisiana baby.
Yeah, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. So, you know how you make that gumbo from scratch? That's how I made this film, and I put everything into it, my energy, my time. It was a very low budget film because again, it was my first film. So I'm not gonna dish out all this money. They don't have a clue of which direction I want to go, how I want the message to be perceived. So it was fun. It was also very emotional for me,
Right.
and so it took different elements of myself to create this short film.
Absolutely. So, starting from scratch, what are the things that you had to do to get it started?
Good question. So first thing I did, and I said, I'm a little, I don't know the word for me. I'm unorthodox. So when I first started, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I need to figure out which equipment I need to. That was a concern, yes. But the first thing I said is that I'm going to write the screenplay. I'm just going to
Okay.
go to Microsoft Word, pull up a screenplay template, and I'm going to get to work because everything that I wanted to put into that film was up here. So it's like I got to get it from here to my computer so that somebody can read it, memorize the lines. So that was like the first step. That was my first ingredient. And then after I got that together, because it didn't take long to do that, I started adding on elements to the screenplay as I started thinking about other characters that I wanted to add to the movie. So it was kind of like a snowball effect.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Has directing and producing been something that you've been doing?
No, that was actually my first attempt at a short film, like in life, period. And as a little girl, I always said, one day I'm going to create a film. I just don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to create a movie. That's what I used to say as a
Wow.
little girl. Because I was going through so much, as a lot of us can attest growing up.
Mhm.
I grew up from Oak Cliff. That's where I'm from. That's my
Okay.
hood. That's my hood. Yeah.
That's
So I grew up in Glendale, Texas, to be specific, and I was raised by my grandparents. So I saw a lot growing up, was exposed to a lot of different things, and I said one day I want to put all of this into a movie so that people could see what some little girls experience living here in this country. It's not all
right.
unicorns and glitter.
Absolutely. Growing up in a country, what are the qualities that you picked up that helped you create this film?
So, just I think just researching really. I'm a researcher. Anything I don't know, I want to research it and find it out. So I was on a very limited time schedule when I first started this film or the idea, the concept of the film. It was November of 2019. I was in the process of finishing up some projects at work. And so I had that pulling me. I had family. I think at that time my baby girl was maybe 2. My
Okay.
oldest, she's a teenager, so she was doing her thing. But
Okay.
the youngest, yeah, the youngest, she needed all my attention. So I was on a very limited time schedule. So I definitely, one of the attributes that I brought to the table for this short film was my organizational skills. So I
Okay.
said to myself, once I get this screenplay down, now I need to find the proper equipment. And after that, the next step would be to find the cast members. I need a cast for this movie. So then I started thinking, well, how do I do that? So again, I'm going back to researching. So I
Yes.
get online, I start Googling, I'm like, what's backstage? So I started looking up backstage, and I'm telling you, shout out to backstage. They were super professional. they found all of my people. They put out all the PSAs for this short film, Nella. I didn't have to do anything, and I didn't pay a dime for it. It was free.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how long did it take you actually filming the short film, Nella?
Honestly, from the beginning of 2020, because the casting call went out in December of
Okay.
2019, and so
Okay.
I was casting for both actors and actresses as well as music. I needed music for the film as well, so I was looking for rappers, local artists, anybody that wanted to donate their music. Shout out to King Kid, shout out to Fred Donato, and
Okay.
I think Fred, he's in H Towns. And check out his music, guys. His stuff is hot. So thank you guys for donating your hot tracks to this short film. So I was doing all that in December, and
Yeah.
the information was flowing in. You know, people were interested. If you set up your casting flyers in a way that's attractive, you give
Wow.
them all the elements of what you're looking for. Like I'm looking for a black male, age 35 to 45. You know,
Okay.
roughly 5'10". You know, you just have to give them extreme details. Let them know whether it's paid or non-paid, because you
Okay.
know you don't want people to waste their gas trying to get to your shooting scene and they find out, oh, this is an unpaid gig.
Right. So you have to be specific.
Very specific, and also just be cognizant of people's time. So like I said, it goes back to that organizational skills. So once I got through those three hardcore levels, which I felt like the equipment I could have done better, but again, I was new at this, so I had no idea. I just said, you know what, I'm gonna drop a stack on this camera and it better do what I needed to do. But
And what kind of
obviously
camera was that?
it's an EOS that I do not recommend anybody try to film a short film with this camera. I spent $1,000 for what? For nothing. Anyways,
Nothing.
so you live and you learn though. I had to go through the process. I had to understand what to do right and what to correct later on. So I'm blessed to have that experience behind me now. I know what to do moving forward.
Absolutely. So what is Nella about?
Yes, girl. So NELLA is about a lot of things. More specifically and more generally, it's just about it's showing you like a time lapse of a young black girl that from age, 6 all the way up to age 82. And it's
Okay.
showing you some of the challenges that she's facing throughout her life, from elementary to dating, and then at the end stages of her life, how it just seems like, things never really let up for her. So
Okay.
that's what the movie is about. It's about real life situations.
Okay. And where could the movie be found at?
So you can go to www.dmfilminggroup.com, and that's DMFILMING group.com. Everything that you need to know about the film is there, including our beautiful cast members. Listen, the cast members killed it. If
Oh,
only I could have had a better camera, we would have been all right. We would have been in Tyler Perry Studios right now.
so have you ever taken a trip to Tyler Perry Studios?
I have not, but if the option ever presents itself, I'm on the first flight.
Okay, so not only do you act, you produce and direct,
Yes, and write the screenplay.
and you wrote it.
Mhm.
So what's stopping you from going get your next opportunity by visiting Tyler Perry
That is
Studios?
a good question. Now that you ask, I'll be typing up research after this show.
Okay, little inspiration. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Well,
Yes.
there's this guy that I believe he's awesome. He's a black man. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to filmmaking, casting, writing, the whole 9 yards. His name is Lucky Johnson. He's from New Orleans, Louisiana. He is Tyler Perry's cousin. When I
Oh,
So every morning, Lucky Johnson goes live on his YouTube. I love tapping in with him. I cannot wait to work with this guy. I feel like everything that he's doing, he's giving you the blueprint and the knowledge of being great, because he does a ton of things. He does fences, work on roofs, rebuild buses to make them gang buses, party buses, whatever the case may be. He has a studio in New Orleans that he works out of, dealing with everything entertainment. And I definitely think that's someone that you should reach out to. You're so positive, and if you've done all of that yourself with producing, a short film, Nella, y'all make sure y'all check that out. I think this is someone that you need to, be able to reach out to. So maybe you can grow some more, you know what I'm saying? And be able to have that trip and take that trip to Tyler Perry Studios.
Ooh, come on. Lord, you hear that? You put that all the way in the universe. I receive all of that. Will be doing. Thank you. Honestly, thank you for the compliment as well. You know, it was a task. I'm not gonna lie. Because as again, like I said, at the beginning, when I first started casting for the film is at the end of 2019.
Right.
Well, COVID-19 hit us strong in March of 2020. So a lot of the filming segments got spread out. There was a lot of my cast members, they were afraid to come out and film. As you can imagine, it was
Yeah.
pretty hard to get some of these things done because we're showing up with our face masks and we had to
Right.
use tons of sanitizer and we just had to be very careful. So again, shout out to every cast member that remained dedicated throughout this project because it meant so much to me.
Okay, so who are some of the cast members, or who are the cast members, should I say? Go ahead and give them a shout out.
Definitely. So first off, let's give a huge shout out to Timsha Baptiste. Now, this girl, I hope this is okay for me to share, Timsha. If not, get me after the show. But when I did like the casting call inside the studio. Shout out to Grade A Radio. They allowed me to do my casting call at their radio station right here in
Okay.
Houston, Texas.
Shout
Yes,
out.
and so
Wait, hold on. That's my people now. Shout out to Skrilla Montana over at Grade A Media, doing big things when it comes to film and all things entertainment. Shout out my boy Skrilla.
definitely, definitely. I second that. So I mean that was our home. That was because I do a show as well, but that was our show home at the time. And he extended his arms. He is still my family. And I'm so grateful to have had that environment to
Yeah.
get this whole short film rolling. So shout out to Tim Shush. When she showed up, she was a little timid. But when I tell you she pushed through for this short film, this girl is legit. So Tyler Perry, if you ever see this show, you need to book Miss Timsha Baptiste. I'm putting you up there, girl, because she killed it. She killed it. Shout
Oh,
out to April Castillo. She played the friend of Nella in this film. Shout
okay.
out to Devin Wilkerson. He's actually from Austin, Texas, and he drove in for his scene. So I'm just like, and again,
Ah,
guys, this was an unpaid gig. These people, these cast members were dedicated. They're passionate, and it showed throughout the craft and throughout their acting. Shout out to Antoinette Briscoe. She's right here in H-Town. Shout out to Trish Powell. She was the teacher. And let me go back to Antoinette. She played the auntie. Shout out to Joseph Waller. He was a side dude.
okay.
Shout out to Roy Baptiste, who's actually the husband of Timsha Baptiste. He was also in the film. Shout out to Torrin Santana. He played Grandpa. So let me just pause on that one real quick.
Okay.
My grandfather is such an influential part of my life. Like he was my best friend. You know what I mean? You know how like kids have their teddy bears? My grandpa was my best friend. So any and everything he did, he had to bring me along. I was his tag along. He want to take a trip across the bridge to get some beer. I was his tag along. I'm in the truck with him. Let's go. Because I
Yes.
know I'm going to get a sour pickle. You know what I mean? So shout out to Torrance Santana. You devoured that role, and he is hilarious. Another highly recommended. I recommend my whole cast, but Torrin killed that part. Like he nailed it. Shout out to Tyria Jones. She couldn't make it with us today, but she played the counselor. Execution was 1,000%. Mila Carter. Oh my God, this
I don't,
woman is so
I don't want to stop
phenomenal.
you. I don't want to stop you, but you're breaking up a little bit. Like you're
Okay,
okay.
am
So
I better now?
a little bit.
Oh no. What about now?
Okay, I see you. I see
Better?
you.
You
I
can
hear
see me now?
you.
Okay. Shout out to Mila Carter. This girl is phenomenal. She is right now working on several different projects. She
Okay.
may be actually in another state as we speak right now. I won't tell details because that's not my business to tell. But I will say this.
I get
You
it.
will be seeing this woman on the big screens very soon. And she actually played the role of my grandmother. So again, another very intricate person in my life that was an extremely positive role model for me. And I'm so grateful that Mila Carter assisted me with filling in on this role, and not only doing that, but assisting me in the casting call as well. So she was my right hand arm with selecting the right people for this film. Shout out to Runny. Shout out to Runny. She allowed her daughter to play childhood Nella role, Miss J. Marie Robeson. She's gonna be the next, who knows, the next big actress one day. Who knows? She's great. This little girl nailed all her lines. She came in flawlessly and attacked and went back to Dallas. So these people were coming in from different, cities. So again, I couldn't be more thankful. And my last three is Miss Siobhan Mahoy. She is such a talented young lady. She also she does other things as well. She's an incredible singer, and actress. So these people were just killing it. I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you for bringing these people my way. Shout out to Sylvia. Sylvia played the older version of Nella, and shout out to Ursula. Y'all, when you find out the part that Ursula did at the very beginning of the scene, you'll understand why Ursula's role was so dynamic. So I just, again, want to thank all my cast members. You guys held it down. You guys were phenomenal. And I just know that everything happens for a reason and at a certain time for a reason.
That is awesome. I am truly happy for you that you had the perfect cast members in your very first own, short film, and just having the right type of energy and people pushing through, doing what they love to do during the pandemic, remaining safe through the whole time and, killing it. That's awesome. So now that the film is done and, you've put it all together and it's out, who are the people that you've sent this film to?
So actually nobody, just YouTube. I've only put it on YouTube and on our website. I haven't had much time to really sit down and think about which direction do I want to go with this film. I've submitted to a few film festivals, but we're just waiting to hear back.
Okay, so what film festivals would you like to be featured in?
Oh my God, all of them. I don't have any particular one, to be honest. What I do is just kind of, first of all, it's a very selective process. Like, you have to meet all these criteria. That's one thing for the people that are out there watching this who wants to do a short film. When they say short, sometimes short means 5 minutes, which I would be disqualified for. Sometimes short means 30 minutes exactly, meaning you can't have any extra fluff. And for me, I put in the extras at the end. I put in all the funny stuff. So I wouldn't qualify. So it's a very tedious process. But I would say in general, I would want to be selected by any film festival that has an open mindset and willing to accept what message I have to offer.
Okay, and what do you expect when being accepted? So say for instance, you get accepted into a film festival. What happens?
So once you get accepted in the film festival, you either win money or you get the option to get promoted through a different company, a more elevated crowd, so you get more exposure. And also you get the option to do another film, but this time you're funded. You're funded for this film. So there's so many different options that different festivals offer to their contestant or their winners of the contest. So it's just so many. It's a variety of things that you could learn or win, either money or just experience in more films.
Oh, absolutely. So is there anybody that you dream of working with for as on the producing and directing side of
I already told you. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
about
I'm talking to Tyler right now. Tyler, I want to work with you for so many different reasons. I'll send you my pitch later. I'm so serious.
No, I need a little bit of that pitch right here, right now. On Openn Radio.
Come on, I'm ready. Tyler Perry, if you're listening, let me tell you the reason why you need to work with me. Okay. Not only am I a sister, but I'm a sister that doesn't take any crap from anybody. I'm intelligent. Okay. I have corporate experience. I'm an author of Female Minority Report. I'm also a producer, screenwriter, and producer of NELLA. Check it out. Understand the content. I know you're gonna catch all that.
Wait. Hold up. It's breaking up again.
Oh no, the universe is trying to stop my greatness.
And we're not gonna let that happen right here. You a sister from corporate. Go ahead on.
Yeah, so I'm a sister from corporate America. I'm the author of Female Minority Report, and now I'm the producer, writer, and everything. Literally everything, editing. I did transitions,
Okay.
anything that is involved in the film, the intro, which I thought was super cute that I did. But seriously, I literally, from the raw ingredients, worked my way up and created an actual short film. And I'm so proud of myself. I even did the credits at the end. So
Okay.
I'm a hard worker. I'm tenacious and I'm dedicated and I'm persistent. So if you're looking for somebody like that, I'm your girl.
That is awesome. I love Tyler Perry. Like, oh my gosh. The
Me too.
stage plays
Yes.
brought so much joy to my life and to a lot of people's lives around this world. And then he took it a step further and he started to, do the movies. And I'm like, yes, Tyler, yes, girl. But when I tell you, sisters, the haves and the have nots, girl, when I tell you I love this man, maybe that's something we need to plan. We need to
We
plan
do.
to go to see Tyler Perry Studios because I think that would be just awesome. The love that I feel just even talking about this man and the work that he's done over the years, how many people's lives that he have changed, not only giving them the opportunity to be a part of what his vision was and his dream was, but to all the people whose lives he changed just by being able to relate to his movies and films and stage plays. Girl, what?
I'm telling you. It's so real because the subliminal message behind movies, it's real. It's real life. And
Yeah,
that's what we need more of. We need more people that are telling a real story, not a fictitious. It's fine to have fantasy every now and then, but we need
right.
to see on the big screen somebody else that's going through the struggle that we're going through.
Absolutely.
Somebody that's going down the same path that we are currently walking through. We need to get some guidance. And a lot of people they look towards media for
Yeah.
their guidance, every day.
Absolutely. So, being a director and a producer of film, that's not the only thing that you do. You have your own platform as well, right?
That's correct.
Go ahead and
Yes, ma'am.
know and let the people who's gonna see this know exactly what your show is about, what the name of your show, how could they find you, and all that good stuff.
Sure, and thank you. So, yes, I also am the host and creator of the Sisters Talk podcast. Now, that podcast was created from Sisters Talk LLC, which we stand on removing the stigma of counseling in the communities through open dialogue. So, what we did before the pandemic is that we had a lot of events circled around some heavy topic and heavy hitting issues like conversations with a twist, tools for dating. Because we know in big cities like Houston, it's hard. You're dating somebody on the north side. You're also dating somebody on the south side. They're dating somebody on the east and west side. So it's always all this constant confusion or heartbreak or misunderstandings. And so we
Yes.
thought it would be a good opportunity to get a lot of people in one safe place to discuss some of the issues that they find cycling, recycling, in their relationships, whether it's current or new, because a
Right.
lot of us take a lot of dead weight, into our current or new relationships without knowing. So
Yes.
definitely check us out. And Sisters Talk Podcast extended from that because I wanted to educate the communities about businesses, small businesses, financial literacy, and just make them more aware of who the people are in their communities that can actually offer help to them. There's a lot of companies that want to employ their community, but if
Right.
these people don't know that these job opportunities are available, then those positions are never going to get filled. And also, you're not going to give your community the best opportunity if there's no awareness. So basically, I just want to open up that gate of awareness. And you can find our information at sisterstalk.org or
Oh,
on Instagram at sisters, SISTAS underscore talk. And you can also find us on Facebook at SISTASCWT. The C stands for conversation, W with T a twist because of all the events that we did. So just go to sisterstalk.org. You'll find all the information there.
absolutely. Danielle, you are amazing. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are
Thank you.
worthy. Baby, I've enjoyed talking to you. Every time I talk to you, it's always a positive situation. You're always trying to enlighten me on something, invite me to something, willing to show up for me. And those things count for something. Thank you
Absolutely.
a lot.
And thank you. Thank you for having me on your show. The same energy echoes back to you, sis, because we are in this together. We have to work together. And when we do that, all of our dreams can come true. We can't do it all by ourselves.
And that's absolutely correct. And for the people that are watching, you may not know, but I'm going to share with you guys how we met. All right. So it was actually on the fly, guys. We were getting ready to leave an event, which was for loud music, the Order of Ratchet listening party and release party for Fat Pimp and Tim Ned. Um, and we both was leaving. Like I hadn't been at the event. I did what I was there to do. And this lovely lady walked by. She was kind and I was kind, and we was looking for which way we need to go. I was like, you know what? I need to go to the bathroom. She was
Looking for our cars.
looking for our cars and getting ready to go, and just had a great conversation, great chemistry, and we hit it off from there. She told me who she was. She told me about her platform. I did the same. And with that being said, we are here right now on Openn Radio, and I believe that we will be on her platform as well, real
Oh,
soon.
absolutely. Very soon. Very soon. And we will be in Tyler Perry Studios and either at the end of 2021 or the beginning of 2022. Can I
I
get an amen?
Amen. I am with you on that and looking forward to it. Yes, I just had an amazing person on the show yesterday, which is a native of Atlanta, Mr. Hanky, who is the creator of Twerkulator by the City Girls. And,
Oh, okay.
he did extend an invite. So I do have a reason to go to Atlanta. So we definitely need
Yes.
to get to planning and get up out of here
Come
and
on,
go.
let's do this. I'm ready. My bags are already pre-packed. You just let me know when.
So shout out to
I'm
Mr.
always
Hanky.
ready to go.
Absolutely, man. And with that being said, is there anything else that you would like to leave the people with in regards to the film?
Yes. I would like to say that when you go to the website, dmfilminggroup.com, before you watch the film, just know that this is not a film created for little children. So keep
Okay.
that in mind. Also, I would like for you, when you're watching the film, to just keep an open mind as you're watching this film. And please, whatever you do, leave a comment, like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. And also, just one last shout out toward, and this is relating to the film. Shout out to Nikki's House of Cheesecakes, man. Shout out to Nikki. That was my girl. Listen, she still is my girl, but that was my girl, my co-star or co-host on Sisters Talk when we first started out. And she allowed me to utilize her space. Shout out to Almond. He's also Tribe Life 10. Sorry. Shout out to Tribe Life 10. He allowed me to use his area as well. Like, just shout out to all my family and friends who didn't even think twice and was saying, yeah, come on. You can shoot the
That's
film over here. I don't care. Shout out to Tracy. Shout out to Tracy, my girl. Look, listen, y'all know who y'all are. Thank you so much. I love y'all in advance. And thank you again so much for having me on your show today. I really enjoyed myself.
Oh, it has been a pleasure. Is there anything else you would like to say in regards to yourself as a businesswoman, as a sister, as a producer? You know what I'm saying? And all the one as a mother, all the wonderful things that you are. Let the
Oh,
people
thank
know,
you. First
right?
off, I just want to tell myself I
Okay.
have to keep going. No matter if somebody thinks that I'm doing too much, no matter if people think that my ideas are a little out there, no matter if they think, why is she always picking up a new project? It's not for you to worry about. This is me and this is my journey. And this is what God's assignment has been bestowed upon me. And I'm going to carry it out. Do you hear me? I'm running straight through with the football in my hand,
Let's
all the way. And I'm gonna do my twerkulator once I make it to the end zone, because I'm telling you, everything that I'm doing, it didn't just come to me out of nowhere. Listen, came straight from through the ether, straight to me for a reason, and I'm gonna carry this baby out. So, God, you can count on me because I'm giving all praises to the Most High, and that's what I'll say to myself. Close this out.
Amen, y'all. Well, this has been a special segment about the short film Nella, produced by Miss Danielle Meggoe. And when I tell you, hey, y'all need to check that out. Let her know what you think about it. Leave a comment, subscribe to her YouTube, follow her on social media, and make sure you show my sister some love and support because she is doing real big things, and y'all could look forward to all that has to come from her. And I am your girl, MC Niecy Love from Open Radio. That's open with two N's. That means double the dose, baby. Until next time, toodles.
Bye.